have another story to tell.
Okay, you stand there. Horseradishes. It was a sunny day. It was a sunny day. It was a sunny day in late July. Horseradish. It was a sunny day in late July when my daughter came running to me crying. With big, watery eyes, she cried and cried. I tried to understand her problem and then saw her dolly had lost its head. "She's dead! She's dead!" she cried. I carefully scooped up the doll's dismembered head and popped it back onto the little dolly body. And just like that, I said, "She lives." My daughter went from drowning to dancing at the drop of a hat. She squealed and congealed and skipped through the gardens. I turned back to my scotch and said to myself, "Must be nice to remember life after death," as I crushed out my cigarette. Later that evening at dinner, the table laden for a queen, I had made roast beef and potatoes and Yorkshire pudding. I opened a vintage Cabernet and paired it with some blue cheese and homemade horseradish. It was so strong it brought tears to mine eyes. My daughter asked, "What's wrong, Daddy?" Laughing, I replied, "Nothing, sweetie," as I tried to cover up. "Daddy, you know the policy about honesty." She caught my lie. "It's nothing, baby, just the horseradish in my eye." She looked at me for a full minute, deeply in it. As I severed the bloody servings, the gravy was near black, the beef near blue. I must have undercooked the potatoes too, but the pudding was, well, on spot on. So we dined the night away. But before we did, my little kid, she asked, "Daddy, can I say grace?" "Of course you can," I beamed in place. She then closed her eyes and crossed her hands. "Dear God, thank you for this day. We've had it all and more to come. Bless this house and this food and my daddy and my dolly and my mommy. Oh, and me too. Thank you. Make us all good, kind, and happy. Amen." Then she raised her glass and her head, and without second hesitation devoured her dinner. Later I was tucking her into bed, and she said, "Daddy, Can you read me a bedtime story? I laughed and swirled my scotch. Oh dear, I'm afraid Daddy's too tired tonight. Tomorrow, okay? I patted her head and pinched her cheek, saying good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. She screamed in terror. Oh! I ran to her side. What's wrong? She sat up in her sudden sweat. Daddy, Mommy says the bugs won't bite. I told her reassuringly, they won't. She looks concerned, cradling her dolly. I continue, shh, shh, shh. Sweetheart, it's okay. There's no bugs, right? Is that what Mommy would say? She sniffles and then she smiles. Right. No bugs, no bites, no bad nights. I look down at her beaming face, and she up at me. Then oddly she says, Daddy, why are you crying? I force a smile. Oh, it's just your Mommy. She holds up her dolly and says, But Daddy, she's not dead, just like Dolly. She lives. I laugh, but it is false, as real tears cry out. Daddy? What's wrong now? Is it the horseradish again? Smiling, I reply, Yeah, honey, it's the horseradish again.